Hey there, everybody. Just wanted to do a short unboxing video. I say short, they're never short. But just wanted to do a little unboxing video. I got a box from Monica at Van Yulay. It is quite a sizable box. And inside of this, I know what the contents are, but this contains a set that I won from part of a naming contest. We'll get to that in a minute. And also a bowl that I asked her to make special. We'll get to that too. So without further ado, we'll get to the unboxing from Monica from Van Yulay. You can go and check out their site. I did win part of this. I paid for the others, so there's nothing about this that's sponsored. Plus, I don't make content, so I'm not an influencer. Unboxing instrument is a Gerber that I got from our Bass Pro Shop. If you've never been to the Bass Pro Shop in Memphis, it's in a giant glass pyramid. It used to be a performance venue. So if you're coming through Memphis, you can stop by there. So we'll get this open here. This is from a set that Van Yulay released this spring. And the naming and scent note combination was what the whole contest was about. So we'll start with that first. Primarily, there are basically two components to this box. Ooh. There's something kind of cool in the... Good. There's also a sample of a soap called Bad Basil Mentholated Shave Soap. Okay. And we'll get all to the rest of that in a minute. I can usually only handle about the level of menthol that is in Parasso Green. So we will see how that goes down, if that works for me or not. But this beautiful packaging... I don't know if you can see or not, but this says the Sherlock series grooming set. And so you'll have seen from the thumbnail on this video already, but it is easy to say that I am a Sherlock Holmes nerd, and I have tried to collect almost everything that I can that's shaving related that is directly, or in my opinion, with one example, related to Sherlock. So not just tobacco scents, but something that is either named after a Sherlock Holmes character or that is it's called a Sherlock name, something like that. So anyway, inside of this, and I can't really turn this so greatly, I'll try. But inside of this box is the entire Sherlock set. And there's soap falling out, but on the bottom is a row of 8 splash bottles as well. So I will just go through these, and I've got the scent notes here, and I'll run through those and show them and just talk about that and then move on to the next part. But I'm really super excited about this. I am probably one of, if not the biggest Sherlock Holmes fan that's also a wet shaver that invests money in Sherlock-themed wet shaving gear. So let me do something real quick and stack these in the order that they are on her post that she made. And post she made back when they launched the set, so that way I can go through the scent notes and everything a little bit faster. Okay, good deal. Got that. I'm going to pull all of these aftershave splashes out just so I can move the box out of the way. And I don't believe, okay, good. There's nothing else in there, so I'll put that back here. I can tell you that I have never received any shave gear in a combined set like that, in a box that was anywhere near that level of fancy. There's also inside of it a, see if I got that right side up, a letter with a seal on it that says detectives needed. And I'm not going to read this whole thing, but let's at least open it up and see. I'm guessing if you were to buy the complete set from the Van Yulay page, that you would receive all of this as well. So... okay, interesting. I did just read through this quickly just to kind of give an idea of what this is. But if you've ever done one of those like murder mystery parties where you can buy a kit that has a story, This is similar to that, except there are clues on the Yulay website that point to the solution to the puzzle involved here. And the winners who get all of those clues, there are 10 $10 gift certificates and $500 gift certificates to Van Yulay that are part of that. And then it also talks about their upcoming gangster series, which they're doing now. So that is really cool, and I will read that later, so that you don't have to watch me do that. But just to go through the sense of each one of these real quick, just so you can hear about them. The first one is called 221B Baker Street. 221 Baker Street. And that is, of course, the address that Sherlock and Watson lived in. I'll show you one of these just so you can see the pour. A lot of Van Yulay pours are actually like piped into little roses, like a baking piping bag. But this one is done all in swirls in there. So that's pretty cool. Easy for scooping out. But 221 Baker Street is basically taking a cologne, I don't know what cologne scent, from 1892, and then adding a little of each one of these Sherlock series scents to that to make a combined fragrance, to make a perfect fragrance, it says. So I would imagine there's elements of florals, there's elements of tobacco, spices, woods, mahoganies, things like that. So 221 Baker Street. Then there is Calabash, which is the Sherlock-themed himself soap. And of course, describing the style and shape of the pipe that he so commonly used and then was made kid-friendly with like the bubble versions and stuff. This one's got kind of a traditional multi-rose piping in there. I'm not going to show all of them. I know I said that. But this one is just simple with tobacco, leather, jasmine, patchouli, and rosewood, cedar, smoke, and sweet birch. So simple with like 10 ingredients, but it is very much the classic tobacco, wood, leather, that kind of scent that you see a lot of times in Sherlock-themed scents. The next one is My Dear Watson, right here. And I really do like all of this artwork. I will say that I'm not 100% sure how these labels will hold up to water. So, and based on the size of them anyway, I think I would probably end up scooping most of these into a bowl just to save the artwork. Because as you saw by the thumbnail, I'm obviously very interested in having the collection be presentable for a long time. But My Dear Watson is bergamot, citron, almond, amber, gin, and a touch of hops. The next one is Mrs. Hudson, who is the landlord, the owner of 221 Baker Street. And so now I am just going to open all of them to see. Oh, this one's back to a swirl. Miss Hudson is honey crumpets, flowers of Mrs. Hudson's garden, including roses, jasmine, lavender, and black tea in Mrs. Hudson. The next one is Moriarty, and this is, of course, Sherlock's nemesis. And Moriarty is scent notes of dark, sinister, and frigid, oak moss, vetiver, rain, red currant, and extra mentholated. So again, this may be sparely used by me because of the mentholated, but I'm very excited about the idea of the rain, it being London and lots of rain there. I have some other things that are petrichor scents that are supposed to reflect rain, and I like that idea. Even though, by the way, I forgot to start this video off with the normal disclaimer. I can't smell. Born with that sense of smell. None of these scents know anything to me other than words on a page, and I'm just telling you what they are. So there you go. The next one is Mycroft, and that is right here. Mycroft is Sherlock's brother, and he, in different variations of the timelines of Sherlock stories, works for the government in some capacity. This is blood orange, myrrh, mate, pipe tobacco, whiskey, rum, oakwood, pine, smoke, and cinnamon. So again, another smoke-heavy, woody, very much the dark corners of the studies and the Diogenes Club and things like that he would have been involved in. The next one is Inspector Lestrade, who is the head of the police force that Sherlock works with. And saw my Sherlock flexing during this video. This is gunpowder with hints of absinthe, gin, and a touch of tobacco. that is probably going to be a very interesting scent to wear with these aftershaves. And so I may have to do that just to see what kind of reaction I get from people, what they pick up, what they can smell. And then lastly is one that is called Miss Irene. Now, any of you who are uber Sherlock nerds like myself know that Irene Adler is more commonly referred to as the woman. It is the closest thing to a love interest that Sherlock is described as having. And the newer Benedict Cumberbatch interpretations kind of take that in a different direction. But that is what this is named after. And Miss Irene is lavender, leather, pipe tobacco, sage, cinnamon, scotch, myrrh, and willow with a touch of musk and flowers. There's a lot going on in that just by reading it. Again, I cannot smell it, so I cannot even tell you. I can't be like, oh my gosh, this is so good, all this comment. No idea. It is a cool color, though. This is a little bit, I didn't check all of the last couple, but this is a little bit darker. By the way, you might hear the dog that I'm dog sitting in the background eating because he's being loud. But anyway, it's a little bit darker color, kind of more like a cinnamon cookie, I guess, something like that. So anyway, that was the Sherlock series grooming set by Van Yulay. I have had some Van Yulay soaps over the years. I used to have, I actually piffed it away just because, not because of anything about the soap, but because I have too many soaps. I had their Green Irish Tweed a long time ago, and there is one that I have been thinking about getting from them that they do called Dress Blues, where the label art is a U.S. Marine Corps Dress Blues uniform. I have conjectured the idea of eventually getting brush and soap set for each of the armed forces just for the heck of it. So, but those are some of the things that they have a very, very extensive catalog. Monica has been doing this for, I think, like the late 90s. And actually, I just looked, she's going to find this really entertaining. I hope, probably not. I just was looking on their Facebook page, and she and her husband had been married. I was 4 years old when they got married. So let that bless their heart. Anyway, by the way, Elton, hope that you are getting better and recovering, and well wishes to you. The second and last thing, last second, if that was all just one thing, that is in this box is, many of you may also know, if you've seen my Shave of the Days and other collection posts, that I am a fan of the University of Florida Gators. And so there are lots of blue and orange things in my shave den. And I am about to have a fiasco here with a dog and a cat who need to get out of here. Yeah, go. Come on. Okay. And so anyway, lots of blue and orange things. Who knows? There might be an animal war behind me. We'll just keep on going. Lots of blue and orange things in my den. But this is actually what I ordered from Monica. And I asked her a while back. I've got a bunch of blue and orange themed brushes and bowls, and some that are matching sets. And I took one of the brushes and I used the colors and I showed it to her and said, hey, can you make one of your honeycomb resin bowls to match this theme? And interestingly enough, these colors are actually not to match that brush. Without realizing it, she matched another brush that I have. And so it was just, I mean, I would have been happy with anything blue and orange. But this actually perfectly matches a Grizzly Bay brush that I have. So I'm holding them both up now, and you can basically tell that these look like they were a matched set made for each other. Kind of put them that way. And so I've got a Grizzly Bay that's done in the Le Mans blue-orange color scheme, the Gulf car racing, Formula One racing car, and then now a Van Yulay. And I don't know if you can see, let me put that right side up. The Van Yulay symbol, logo, is down in the bottom. Perfect place for you to press in the soap sample that you're going to use. And then this is a hard resin. So unlike the travel bowls that are flexible and floppy, this, I mean, I don't want to try to drop this, but I'd imagine you almost could drop this and it would not break easily. One of the really cool things, just to wrap this up, that I wanted to talk about was the texture of this honeycomb material. And if you've ever watched like Ken Surf's video, he's used a bunch of these before, especially the travel one that he's used a lot before. But one of the neat things about this, if you've ever had a pot holder or trivet, oh, that's a dirty side. If you've ever had a pot, they're both dirty. Okay. If you've ever had a pot holder or trivet that, like, this is silicone and this has that same kind of hexagon shaped pattern inside of it. If you've ever had one of these and like been going to wash it and you got it wet and you ran underwater, the water like sticks inside of this hexagon structure. So you can literally like take this over the sink and wring it out, and water will just be wringing out of it, just like if it was a cloth towel or something like that. And so one of the really cool things, and I've actually seen this proven that this happens even with this bowl, is that the hexagonal structures inside of here will retain little bits of water. So I'll be interested to see this in reality, see it in when I'm actually shaving with it. But whereas you normally would eventually add water over time with your shave, I actually think that this is going to end up keeping some of the water inside of it, so that it's almost like they have the self-lubricating razors. This will be like a self-lubricating shave bowl for the shave soap when you are building your lather, that it's going to pick up some of that residual water from the hexagons. So I'm very excited to use this. I really can't be any more pleased that it is a perfect match for this brush, and really, really excited to have this in my den. Excited to have all of the Sherlock gear, as you've seen the picture on the thumbnail at the front. I'm quite the fan. There are actually still a couple of pieces that I still need to add. I need to get the Bayou set from, oh no, that's for a different theme. That's for my Florida Gator theme. But I still need to get the Full Measure of Man, Barrister and Man balm. That is not officially a Sherlock Holmes themed product line, but I believe the deep down at heart, Will Carius, when he made that, knew exactly what that was going to be, because the artwork, the scenting, just even the description of it just sounds so Arthur Conan Doyle, so Sherlock, so Holmesian, that I have made it an honorary member of that collection. So, and some more of the more modern labeling of the chiseled face crematorium that I need to add to that. And just all kinds of different things. It's an expanding collection. So anyway, just really enjoyed this little unboxing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing about the new Van Yulay set, and that you'll get an opportunity to, I'm going to try to find one of these I didn't open and check it out, that you'll get an opportunity to check those out on Van Yulay's website, and just have a really good time with it. Actually, as I sign off, I'm going to take the, what did it say, extra mentholated Moriarty, and I can't smell, but I can tell you that fumes can still get to me, and so I'm going to take a big old sniff of this and see if it hurts a lot. So good news is that did not hurt. I will have to see once I lather that up. I'll try that out. I can feel like the coldness of the I don't know, the tingling and the just like if I were to inhale ammonia or bleach, but nothing burning, so that's good. So anyway, on that note, before 19 minutes hits, Van Yulay, go check them out. Thank you guys. Have a great day.